noticed that you've been getting wrinkles around your eyes. And frankly, that just won't do, not if you're in my company, especially since I know that I have the means within my power to help you eliminate those fine lines that are starting to crack your beauty around your eyes. Because frankly, as you can notice, I don't have any fine lines, and at my advanced age of 32, by now you would see a couple from all the stresses of living during the 1400s. But here we go. If you will permit me just one moment, I'm going to be giving you a little special beauty secret that I have. It's my own little special concoction. Let me just assure you, it wasn't tested on animals. It's completely holistic, organic. It has no harsh chemicals in it. It is 100% natural. And it is my own secret recipe. I mean, I made it myself, technically. So let me just dip this little brush into my little formula, my little concoction. Wipe off a bit of the excess. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of pressure onto your eyes. It's not very healthy to have too much pressure of this, though. When you have too much, when the pressure is too hard when you're putting this on, it's going to be very unhealthy, to say the least. Why is it red? It's just coloring. Yeah, it's just coloring. I mean, it's all natural coloring too. It used to be blue. Naturally it comes out blue, but once the oxygen gets to it, it turns red. Why? Don't know. It's just the way it is. Here, let me just add a little more of this homemade recipe. Oh, thank you for asking. Yes, my servants have been doing quite well in servicing me. I mean, you know how servants are. They're always so misbehaved. And it's very frustrating too, because I pay them so well. I mean, I grab them from peasant families and I ask, the families of local villages if they would like me to train their daughters and give them a better life within my castle. And they agreed to it. But these young women, like some of them I must admit, do quite a splendid job. And I must admit that they are quite quiet. But others of them, all they can do is just complain and complain and complain and moan. And frankly, to my supposedly sadistic taste, I do enjoy hearing them, just whine about their life. As if I hadn't just improved it. But because of this, I've been considering asking some of the noble families if they'd mind sparing, a daughter or two from their household. Because, I mean, they might be noble family, but considering how wealthy and aristocratic I am, their position could still be raised higher, to a higher plane. That's how wealthy and fabulous I am. Just a little more for the top part now. So for this part, I'm going to be putting it, I'm going to let this part and this part set in, so that way it really gets into the fine lines. But now I'm going to be doing this part, and then I'll rub it in. So close your eyes for me, please. I really don't want to get any of this into your eyes. Thank you. Got a choke in my neck. Oh my God, am I right? I think the most horrid life possible to live is one in isolation. I mean, heaven forbid I end up somehow bricked up in a room or something. That would be the worst possible fate for me. I mean, I am so incredibly social, but it's okay because I'm so beloved by my townspeople, and I am am so powerful within the nobility and whatnot, and I am such an aristocrat, that sort of a fate would never befall me. I mean, I think I could get away with just about anything, including murder. But, you know, I don't do that. I mean, it's just so wrong. I'm just gonna dab it a little bit because your eyes are a very gentle part of your, very sensitive rather, part of your face. And I want to be gentle. I don't want to ever hurt anyone. There we go. Just dabbing it in. Yeah, try not to look up because you might make the little formula, my little homemade formula, smush into the little creases of your eye when you look up. And that wouldn't be very beneficial because we want to make sure that it gets to the whole of your eye. It makes it the full coverage. So yeah, here, keep looking down, don't look up. Otherwise, you'll have that outcome. I'll tell you when to look up. And then I'm going to just go in with the other eye. Yes, with this homemade formula, I do ask my servants to help me, but I prefer the cleaner ones. I mean, I might resort to, you know, the maids and whatnot, like the older women, the maids. But I prefer maidens, and I prefer them to be virginal, of course. You know, it's just cleaner that way. It's a much more cleaner way of making the formula. What do I mean by that? I mean, you know, they have very clean hands and blood. What? Nothing. Yes, I use this every single day. I found this recipe through a servant of mine, actually. Just let me be more gentle. I don't want to hurt your eyes. But I found this recipe via one of my servants. She was more of an insolent one, but she still did quite a fantastic job of giving me the secret to eternal beauty, basically. I won't have a fine line or crease until death. And who knows? Maybe if I bathe in this, or maybe if I drink this, I can have immortality. I'm just kidding, you know. Makeup doesn't give you immortality. But maybe my little recipe would. Just kidding again. Where am I? Okay. I'm just gonna clean this off with my little bottle. My little special secret bottle. I try to use this sparingly because I don't want to waste anything, but I still have plenty and it's very easily acquired, so it's not like I'm ever gonna run out anytime soon. How do I make it? It's a secret. Can't tell anyone. Maybe it's Maybelline. There we go. Okay. That should be cleaned off. I'll just clean it off a little better later on. Just gonna be wiping, or rather not wiping, but rubbing in the formula into your skin. That way it really absorbs into your flesh. Do you know what blood type you are by chance? We don't know what blood types anyone are yet? Shame. I wonder if that would have had a factor in how... No, nothing. And now for the top. So close your eyes again, please. Thank you. There we go. You're looking more beautiful already. The first time I tried it, I noticed immediate results. I'm sure you'll find that the immediate results will be to your liking. Yes, I was, if I can recall it correctly, I was sitting beside a window with the sunlight warmly glowing down on my face, and I was sitting before my vanity when my insolent servant girl introduced me to the formula. And when I had it on my cheek, I noticed when I wiped it off, I noticed that that patch of skin had a more glowing sort of look to it now. I mean, it could have been because of the sun, but who knows? And besides, it's fun making this formula. It's like an arts and crafts project. And then I'm gonna go with this eye now, so. I'm pretty sure I can start a business like this. I mean, could you imagine that? I can make a second fortune selling cosmetics based on this formula. Of course, I would need more servants, though, to help me make the product. But it would be under my name, and it would be my sole product. How many servants have I had? I don't know, I mean, the number has never really been specified. I'm gonna be doing the top now, so if you wouldn't mind closing, thank you. The number has never really been specified, but some people estimate it at a good 600 plus, but I myself don't know. But I only really trust one or two servants. I call them accomplices because, you know, they're always aiding me in all of my little wacky experiments. I have a couple of accomplices and they serve me quite well, but they're the only ones that are like a permanent fixture within my castle. Everyone else comes and goes, as people know, or they disappear. But it's okay. They're just village girls, peasant girls. No one really cares about them anyways. Now, you're all set. Just let that set in a little more naturally. Your skin will absorb it. And after your skin absorbs it, you'll notice a great improvement. And if you ever need my services again, or if you ever just want to have just a little bit of my formula, just for your own personal use, don't be, nervous to ask. I would give you just a little bit out of my own generosity and good heart. And as everyone knows, I am a very generous person.